People say I don't belong here. How the hell she get her own tear? In my heart, y'all put no fear. Fuck you niggas, just to be clear. I'm tired of all of y'all fake misses, acting like they really fuck with me. See you skimming really want my spot. You claim me bully, but I know you not. Look. What's up, you guys? It's your girl Chanel. We're here with another reaction video. So we have every man's worst fear. Dude who's been married for 15 years finds out he's been sterile his whole life but has 3 kids. Ooh. Somebody got some explaining to do. Somebody has some explaining to do. Because where these 3 kids come, we know where they came from, but where they come from. That's, ooh, my heart feel for it. Okay, y'all, so before we get this, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button for me. And let's hear him tell his story on how he found out his kids not his kids.
Fear is every man's worst fear.
Okay.
God, this was a skit, but it's not. Let's let it play.
All right, the doctor walks in and tells me I'm in good health, but I'm sterile. I'm like, what you talking about I'm sterile? I got 3 kids. I don't make no damn sense to me. I don't understand I'm sterile.
Is that how you say it? Sterile? I wonder where he from. Sterile. That do sound country. Sterile. I say sterile. He's sterile. Sterile. Yeah.
It blows my mind. You know, I got 3 kids. One's 15, one's 12, one's 7. So I'm like, I don't understand that. So anyway.
And you know what's crazy? Because I get what he's saying. It's like, you've been married for 15 years. You have 3 kids, 7, 15, 17. I forgot the ages that quick. But either way, they all, you done raised them, had them, raised them, watched them grow. And so for your doctor to tell you that you can't have kids, in your mind, it don't make sense. Because you're like, what are you talking about? I got 3 kids. Like, it's not hitting you yet that your wife cheated. You're just thinking, how is this possible? Because I got 3 kids, so I know I can have kids, That's how you know he was really in disbelief. It didn't hit him. That the first thing was like, this don't make sense scientifically. It's not registering that my wife cheated, obviously. 3 times, for sure.
Go home and I just start thinking, it's gotta be my kids. Yeah. But I started thinking about the fact that every time we watch like those Ancestry.com commercials, they come on and my wife kind of always turns the channel. I'm like, why you always turn it? I notice you always turn the channel. She's like, those are stupid. They don't even work. And I'm like, anyway, I started really thinking. I'm like, if I'm sterile, and the doctor said I've always been sterile. It's not like something that it's always been genetic, but since I was born. I started thinking,
wow.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and get these kids tested. I really didn't want to. I wanted to believe that my wife wouldn't do this to me, but I had to get my kids tested. So
I mean, he's not wrong for that. He's not wrong for that at all. Well, the doctor tell you can't have no more kids, and you're married, but you got 3 kids. Yeah, get them kids tested. Because it could be a little miracle thing. We hear about people who they've been told they can't have kids, then a miracle baby come. So I hope at the end of the story we find out if the kid, I hope one is a miracle baby. At least one. Like, damn, all 3.
Secretly get a little sample of all of them. I go to the damn the Ancestry.com place or whatever.
The ancestry part is crazy to me because it's like, why would you think to turn that just because the ancestry thing came on? Like, normally when you hear people trying to do the whole ancestry pages, they're trying to find out for themselves. Like, I wouldn't think he's trying to do it to see the kids. So that wouldn't make me change the channel. And the way he thought about it, I wouldn't have thought about it like that. But, the doctor telling you can't have no kids, I wouldn't have thought about the ancestry part. I wouldn't have. Now, like some Maury stuff come on. I was like, why you always changing the channel when it's time to find out if that's the daddy or not? Like, that part. But the ancestry, I wouldn't have thought about.
And anyway, get them tested. Then I think about this. My wife got a birthday coming up. We got to throw this big birthday bash. We already been planned on it. So, basically, I got the whole birthday bash planned. And then basically what happens is I get all of our families there. birthday bash. I get the popular mixologist in town. Chief of police comes because he works with my wife sometimes at her company. So chief of police, this whole big thing.
Damn, okay, it's gonna be that strap.
Blast, the birthday.
Gonna be a big extravaganza for the birthday. I feel like I know where he going with this story, but we about to finish.
You see? So what ends up happening at a certain point, we bring the big birthday cake out. You know those big birthday cakes you see on
Yeah.
got one of those big ones. And then I had a woman come out and she hold up the sign that said, "You lying bee." And it blew everyone's mind. It blew her mind. What is this about? What is this about? And I was like, you know what? No, this is about the fact that this mixologist is his son. Hey, look, meet your daddy right here. I straight up had to tell him, this is your dad. Chief police, hey, this is your...
This is wild. First of all, he still threw her the birthday party. Like that. I get what he did. Like, throw her this big birthday party, invite the real baby daddies, like, you know, embarrass her, and the way she's been embarrassing him. But she wouldn't have got no damn birthday bash for me to find out. She wouldn't have got nothing. Zeros. A divorce. That's what she would have got. That's what she would have got, a divorce. But I'm not about to continue to throw you a damn birthday party to expose that I know what you did. Girl, forget you. Get out my house.
15-year-old mixologist, that's his daddy. Chief police, 12-year-old, that's his daddy. And I mean, I was hurt. I mean,
I wonder how he found out that the chief of police and the mixologist were the baby daddies. We still got one more kid that's not accounted for, y'all. But I wonder how did he find out? You know, like, he can get his kid's DNA easily. Then his own DNA. But how did he figure out that it was the chief of police and the mixologist? There's more to the story here that I hope he sheds light on. And we still got one more kid that we don't know about.
I was so hurt. I just had to decide. I decided I just had to sleep in my car, man. I couldn't be in this house. I couldn't be around her. Just all these lies. I mean, I've been raising these kids for 15 years. There's no way they're mine. They're not. I'm sterile. Like, so basically, I just, you know, I'm in my car, sleeping in my car, going to work, doing the normal thing I do. And I just was, you know.
Man, he couldn't even sleep in the house. He slept in the car because he didn't want to be in that house. And I can understand that. You know, you don't want to be in an environment that just is toxic around you. You got these memories, you know, you got to possibly pass the person at some point. So I get it. But I'm not about to be that uncomfortable though, sleeping on the couch. Like, I pay bills in this house too. It's tough. It's going to be tough. But I ain't about to be that uncomfortable because of your infidelities. And that's not what I'm about to do. That's not what I'm about to do. He's been a gentleman throughout this whole thing. Except for the whole birthday thing. Not even except that, because he still threw the party and still invited everybody. That was wild. Like, none of that would have happened. But he's still been a gentleman about throughout the whole thing. He left the house. He seemed like he was a really nice guy. You can tell he was really hurt by that. Ladies, do better. Let's stop doing this. Please, let's leave that stigma and behind with just lying and having all these baby daddies and tricking men into taking care of kids that's not theirs. That's so wrong. That is so wrong and wicked behavior. And, you know, he didn't deserve that. Nobody deserve that. He didn't deserve this.
And it's different issues, and felt the need that I needed to go. I really needed to go back to church. You know, I just really wanted to do that. And was getting some good, like the preacher and a lot of different people giving me some good advice and some good guidance, kind of helping me to understand that, you know, it's not the kids' fault. You know, you've been there for the kids, you know what I mean? And, you know, then I start finding out there's some problems. Kids are having problems in school because their dad's not there. They used to having their dad for 15 years. I hadn't been there.
And that's the thing. And that is correct. It is such an unfortunate situation because, I mean, those are not his kids, so he's not obligated to them kids, technically. Legally, he's not. obligated to them kids or whatever. But it's like he said, he's raised them kids all their life. He is all they know. And there's some men that'll be like, well, forget it. I don't care. Like, they're not mine, so I'm out. But that is tough. You know, some men is like, well, nah, they're my kids. I gotta stay. And I commend men for doing that. Because it isn't the kid's fault. The kid didn't ask to be here. The kids have no control over who their parents are, what their parents do. And he is the only man that they know. So, I mean, for the kids' sake, I would hope that he was still in their lives. Like he said, like the kids started going down here. They're getting in trouble because the dad is no longer in the picture. They're doing things. They're acting out because the dad is no longer in the picture. And that sucks. And technically that's not his problem anymore, but I could see how that would play on, like, tug on his heartstrings, because it would tug on mine, you know. So, I mean, I hope he, you know, I hope, especially the young ones, the 7, I mean, these are young men that he's raising, you know. So, I mean, hopefully he stayed there, but she had to go.
Leave them damn kids.
Yeah, leave her. I completely agree. But that's a tough situation because, like I said, it ain't the kid's fault. It's not the kid's fault. It ain't. He didn't deserve it. He didn't deserve it. He didn't deserve that. That was wrong. She do. It's just like, man, I hate that.
You know, so I start going back, you know, being there for my kids and everything like that or whatever. But I have to let her know. I'm like, I don't know if we could work this out. I don't know. I mean, possibly, but I'm here for my kids. I'm going to try to be here for my kids because I feel like it's the right thing to do. It's what God wants me to do, you know, and I think it's the best thing to do. So that's what I decided to do. Later on, and find out, because I have a 7-year-old. We didn't know who his dad was.
Okay, we're getting there. I don't know why they tested the 7-year-old later. That's why all 3 should have got tested at the same time. So I was wondering when we was going to go get to that 3rd child.
Particularly after a certain amount of time with the Ancestry.com, like other people will get tested and everything like that or whatever. And then I got an alert, an email alert. And I'm like, really? So we kind of find out that it's just NBA Hall of Famers. I'm like, I was tripping. I'm like, this can't be the case. I go and ask her. I'm like, who's his dad? She's like, yes, that's his. I'm like, cause my son. I mean, man, my son, he can ball. I mean, he could.
Man, and you hear him saying my son. He's still saying my sons. That will, you know, you can't just stop calling somebody your dad or your mom that you've known them as your dad or your mom for 15 years. Like, that would have to be, you know, that type of separation from kids, that would have to be tough. I would imagine that would be tough on the kid and on him, you know, because that's not his son, but that's his son, you know. But he definitely should have asked sooner. This Ancestry thing is crazy that he's talking about. It's like he's using Ancestry.com to find out if them kids is his or not. But that, I don't know why it took them so long to figure out the whole 7-year-old one, because that would have been, we would have figured that out from day one.
Oh, and I ain't got no athletic skills, you know. But, yeah, I mean, the thing is, me and my wife are still trying to work things out. I moved back in, but I'm not. We ain't in the same room. You know, luckily we have multiple rooms. I'm there for my kids, even though they're not my kids, but they are my kids. I mean, I'm there for my kids. I'm the only father they know. So I've been doing the best that I can with this whole situation.
One thing I'm not gonna do.
So it seems like this is a valuable lesson, you guys. When you got couples who are going through things, no matter how traumatic it is, but you gotta stay out their business. This is a valuable lesson. You gotta stay out of people's business. I was so sure he did not go back. I was so sure he did not go back to her afterwards, but he done moved back in and try to work it out. And hey, to each be his own, because that's their relationship. Like, who are we to tell them what to do, you know? But I'm sure there was family, friends, all in each other's ear and stuff like that. Imagine you being on his side and you done about ready to attack the wife. Like, you done said some things about her. You done, you know, brushed her off and then he take her back. He forgive her. Because that's all that matters for real between them two. But this is a valuable lesson. You got to stay out of people's stuff. Because even this looked like it was over. But it's not. He done moved in. He not in the same bed yet. But he will be. And things are going to go on, presumably. And hey, I mean, kudos to them. 15 years of marriage is a long time. Invested is a long time. Put in, you know, to someone, into something. So, I mean, if he forgive her, who the hell is we? Who are we to say anything different? If he like it, we love it. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Like, would y'all be able to do this? Would y'all be able to get back with your spouse if you find out the kid is not yours? The kids are not yours. Y'all let me know. Y'all think he a fool for taking it back, or you think it's like, hey, they worked it out, that's good. Things happen in marriages. Unfortunately, this is like really bad. So y'all let me know how y'all think, all right? But that concludes this video, you guys. If you have not already, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Follow me on all social media platforms. That is She.Chanel. And until we meet again, we are